I actually have no words.
That's okay, Becca. I have words. I got you. This is one of the most in poor taste, white trash, tacky, disgusting, piece of garbage, low life, dirtbag things I have ever seen in my life. Celebrating getting off of parole for the crime of murdering somebody. Not only that, but Dee Dee's surviving family can see this little shit show. This is disgusting, and it's everything Gypsy intended. A pack of middle-aged to elderly women out drinking and acting wild. It's given Utopia meets the Golden Girls, except that they probably aren't toilet trained, and the combined IQ doesn't add up to one Beavis and or Butthead. Seriously, get these women into a nursing home stat. But keep the murderer away from the orderlies. Keep her away from the orderlies. Actually, put her in isolation and away from sharp objects and toothbrushes. Step away from the toothbrush, Gypsy, okay? It's innocent in all of this.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's used to a double. She had to be sweet to the guards in prison. Or maybe she's been helping Bree out with her two-pronged penis. It's a possibility. Or no, maybe I'm confusing Bree with Satan. That's probably it.
Yes.
Already,
Yes.
Do it.
No,
Do it.
Let's celebrate it. Let's celebrate it.
You can do it, Gypsy. You have plenty of practice.
Come on, girl. You can do it.
Did you hear me?
You can't tell me you haven't done this shit with no your hands before.
I was going to
Come
say,
on
you
now.
can do it. You have plenty of practice, Gypsy.
Exactly. Don't pretend. Don't pretend. Don't pretend you can't do it with no hands. Come on, girl. Come on,
I mean, you
girl.
could ask Ken, even though he's asleep.
Nah. Don't ask Ken. He's probably hung like a ladybug. Sorry, Becca. I made a phallic joke. Sorry. Anyway, Gypsy's not doing that to Ken. She's not doing that to Ken. That'd be like sucking on half a baby aspirin. Yeah. And look, Gypsy can go out. Whatever she wants to do. So what? But putting it on social media, thinking that she's showing all of us. She's showing us, look what I can do. When what she is really doing is being an embarrassment to her family, especially her daughter, especially her child.
No, the fuck she did.
Why is the sexual innuendo so freaking hilarious to these people? Because they're drunk.
I know, Becca. I don't understand. I don't understand why they would behave in that way. It's weird and gross, especially in front of a man, especially in front of a gentleman. That gentleman sitting next to Gypsy, that kind of looks like Gene Simmons from Kiss. That gentleman. Yeah. Why would they be behaving that way in front of a gentleman? It's weird.
That's right. Should we do, y'all, should we?
Haters can suck it. I want to remind everyone what we're celebrating. I want to remind everyone what everyone can suck it about. This. Okay, gonna take it off the screen.
Thank you, Becca, for sharing that. I wanted to include this shot, even though this video is supposed to be more snarky and silly, but, and funny, but I still want to remind everyone what this is about and why we won't let it go. She calls us haters because we don't like her, and it's a ridiculous thing to say, actually, because she's not thinking about why we don't like her, because people hate her because she is a murderer who practically got away with it And no, she did not do her time. She did her time given to her by the justice system, but that wasn't fair. It wasn't fair. And it pisses people off. And I know that that gentleman sitting next to her, he likes to say that we're all jealous and stuff. No, dumbass. No, you stupid idiot. We hate her because she is a murderer who got away with it. 8 years is not a proper prison sentence for a murder. It just isn't. She does not get to live her life in peace. No. She does not. She does not.
And so they're going to make a joke about it, a funny ha-ha about it. It's funny in a weird way, but not in the way they're going to laugh about it.
Serious. It's gonna come in different sizes, different
Bree, the BFF, Gypsy's very good friend here, is saying they're going to make a line of toothbrushes, which is really ironic because Cutting Board Dawn, another YouTuber, made a hilarious video about making a line of toothbrushes. So I don't think that this is even their unique idea to make a joke about it. I think they probably got it from Cutting Board Dawn. Really funny video. Go over and see it. Her name's Cutting Board Dawn on YouTube. But yeah, let's listen. Bree is going to talk about making this line of toothbrushes, which to me, if I was Gypsy, I wouldn't be joking about this. I'd be super embarrassed about this.
beads, colors. What are you making? What are you doing?
We're making a toothbrush line.
Like a vibrating toothbrush line. Oh my God! Is it gonna have like the? I mean, we have enough
I'm
money.
the only chick on the planet that's ever done that, right?
No.
Thank you, Becca, for the shout out. You're a good friend. But did they really try to steal my idea? They really thought they were clever, didn't they? And I do now realize that is not a Gene Simmons looking gentleman next to Gypsy. It's just Bree. Just be careful, girls. That might be something more than a fupa. Watch out for that thing. But bringing up the idea of coming up with a line of toothbrushes, bitch, I beat you to it. And mine was funnier and better and more thought out. And then Gypsy implying that, basically implying that a lot of women do that with toothbrushes. So cute. Maybe that's true. I don't know. But most women don't have a video of them doing it for 12 minutes in police custody. I mean, she wasn't in police custody. The video is now in police custody. I mean, I never did it with a toothbrush. I know how to get a hold of what I need to fix a situation, if you know what I mean. And keep in mind, Gypsy's daughter is going to grow up and she is going to see this. And her daughter's friends and acquaintances they're going to see this. And some of them, because children are mean, and they're going to use it against her. They are. How dare Gypsy do this to that child? I mean, seriously, how dare she? Maybe she thinks that she can protect her from that, but you can't. You can't protect them from absolutely everything. Oh, wait, who am I kidding? She's not thinking of protecting that child. Silly me. She's actually proud of the toothbrush masturbation video. That's what I'm getting from this. And that's very trashy. That is just telling us exactly what she is. But I mean, that's what she's putting out there. Trash. She's a trashy person. She's putting out trash.
Yeah, according to Noodles, you're right.
That's Dreamer.
Damn. I can't understand Dreamer in writing or spoken. She is just unintelligible in every form of communication.
Gorgeous and Gypsy.
What?
Who is this 78-year-old white-haired woman? What the hell is she doing there? She's way too old to be behaving this way. Way, way too old. Jeez. Someone come get your granny. Someone come get your granny. These sick bitches celebrating a murderer. It's sick. They all need to be put on observation somewhere. They really do, because they are all have diseased minds.
Through an order and you have cooks in the back starting to fucking cook that order for you to only be joking, it's fucking childish. So
Yeah.
Thank you, Gene Simmons, for the lecture. Yeah. Thank you for the lecture and, telling us how to behave. Thank you for telling us how to behave. We really needed that from someone like you, someone with extremely low morals, someone who's celebrating a murderer. Yeah, thanks so much. Now, play me a bass line from Detroit Rock City. Oh, no. I was made for loving you. That's my favorite. Come on, go ahead.
Oh, no. See, because Gypsy's not going to give anything away for free. Although she wants to be an advocate, right? Although she's all about giving. She's all about, turning over this new leaf where she's going to be an advocate for prison reform and she's going to be advocate for child abuse and she's going to be, but you know what? Giving stuff to homeless people? Hell no.
Oh no, Becca, she can't do that. That would take actual effort and a heart and soul, which we all know Gypsy has a black heart and a dead soul. So that won't happen. And the nerve of this other person telling her, to buy the food. It's Gypsy's money. Don't tell her what to do with her money. God, they're all there for the ride. They are all there for the ride. They really are. But on a serious note, Dee Dee was murdered by this monster and her henchman. And I'm sorry, that's how I view Nicholas, at least a little bit. It's not a popular opinion, among the anti-Gypsy crowd, but it's how I feel. He did this too. Her having this drunken celebration for getting off parole for the crime she committed, the vicious, violent crime she committed, it's horrific. This is horrific. It's scary. It's psychotic behavior. And that she has these people that are partying with her thinking this is okay is showing me that all of those people in that group are sick. They have diseased minds, as I said before. To think that this behavior is okay, this is disgusting. Dee Dee was a person, and she deserves to be alive today. I don't care. I don't care what Gypsy claims she did to her. The evidence that has been uncovered through the years, the past several years, by so many people, Becca, Into the Weeds, and, I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Fancy Maselli. I mean, she was the first, I think. She was the first. And, and so many others. And please, give those people credit in the comments who I didn't mention, anybody I didn't name. I don't want anyone to feel left out, that came out with information, that shared information, that uncovered secrets, that, put two and two together, that exposed Gypsy's lies. Name them in the comments, because, I want to make sure everybody possible, that deserves credit for exposing Gypsy and her lies, gets that credit. I do. Dee Dee was a human being, not a disposable piece of garbage that no longer served Gypsy's purpose, or their purpose to Gypsy. She mattered. Her life mattered. Of course she was flawed. Every single one of us is flawed. God knows my mother wasn't perfect at all. Not at all. And, I know I'm not a perfect mom. I'm certainly not. Hell, one time when Marshall was in the hospital, I accidentally ripped out the temporary stent that was in his chest, in Marshall's chest, and blood just got everywhere. It was a mess. I was devastated, but I'm not perfect. But it was terrifying. But back to this. None of us are perfect, but no one deserves to be murdered by their child or anybody else unless it's self-defense. And this was not self-defense. It wasn't. It wasn't. And Gypsy wants to yell at the haters and act like she's so above everyone. She's such an arrogant prick. She's so above everyone else. People don't hate her because she thinks she's famous. People don't hate her because she thinks she's a celebrity. People hate murderers. It's normal to not like murderers, everybody. Normal thinking people generally have a problem with murderers. And that's what it is. That's what the issue is. They're not haters. They don't think a murderer should be out of prison after 8 years when their co-defendant, especially when their co-defendant is in prison for the rest of his life with no possibility of parole. And, you know, someone who really wanted to show that they've been rehabilitated, someone that really wanted to try to turn over a new leaf, try to fix their life, would not have raging, drunken celebrations of the murder of their mother. Because that's what this was. Let's not kid ourselves. That's what this whole party was. They certainly wouldn't post it on social media. They would shut their mouth, be quiet, and try to live some kind of normal life. You know, they would get, you know, some kind of education and get a job. That's not what she wants to do. She wants to be famous, even though she said she doesn't want to be famous. By any means necessary, even if that means she has to be a famous murderer. Just don't bring it up. Just don't call her one. But she'll be a famous murderer. Just don't call her one. Yeah, but she's happy with being a famous murderer. And she'll be besties with a dumbass Tori Spellin who doesn't care that she's showing support for a murderer. The only reason Tori Spellin is famous is because her dad exploited her and put her on that show and dressed her up like a tart. That's the only reason she's famous. You know, for 8 seasons or however the hell long Beverly Hills 90210 was on. You know. But, you know, this isn't a Tori Spellin bashing video. That would just be mean at this point in her life. Again, Dee Dee was a human being whose life mattered. And I know that some people who see this at a, you know, as pro Gypsy, what about Gypsy's life? She was so mistreated. Everything was so horrible for her. The evidence isn't there. It's not there. There's more evidence to the contrary. To debunk the horrible mistreatment that there is to support it, there's more evidence to prove Gypsy's lies. I mean, prove, you know, the truth over her lies. And like I've said before, it just doesn't add up. And then she goes out and has a drunken party to celebrate getting off parole for the murder she committed against her own mother. Think about what she's partying for. She thinks this is a slap in the face to her haters. And this isn't. This is a slap in the face to Dee Dee's family, and unfortunately to little Aurora. And it's also an embarrassment to Ken, to Rod, to Christy, to Mia. Maybe they don't see it that way, but that's what this is. That's what this is. This thing, this beast, Gypsy, has no shame. She has no self-respect. She has no respect for anybody. And she is an arrogant, narcissistic, murdering bitch. Gypsy, congratulations on practically getting away with the murder of your mother. Good job. Congratulations. And that's really all I have to say on the matter. I'm sorry about the language in this video, but this whole thing had me pissed off. But anyway, that's it. Thank you so much, Becca, and thank you everyone else for watching, and I'll talk to everyone later. Bye.